to talk about crop failures. We have seen the viral pictures of maize that is like, you know, at knee level and it is dying. So that is a huge concern. So I'm going to talk about crop failure too. And then we are going to talk about the Mingoma mine. I'm sure all of you have seen the viral video of saying that Bill Gates and is it Jeff Bezos, they discovered a mine in Zambia. So we are going to talk about that. And the other thing we're going to talk about is inflation. Yesterday we saw a viral video of Auntie Millie. You know, it was an emotional video and very true, which is what most Zambians are going through. So we'll talk about the inflation and you know, the viral video which Auntie Millie did. And I would like to thank her for coming out and speaking, because this is what we need. We need to continue talking so that the government can realize that people are really going through a tough time. Yes. Because if the same people talking, some of us, we have been labeled to be bitter because we have always been talking. No, we are not bitter. Some of us, we have the spirit of discernment. We see things way in advance before they happen, you know? And some of these things, they come with experience, with age. You can see things well in advance. Even not even to see things is just a proper, you know, when you're running a country, you plan ahead. Even in your personal life, you have to plan ahead. If you don't plan for your life, you are going to have surprises, you know? So it is a general principle for governments to plan ahead. Even in your personal capacity, you plan ahead and make decisions in the best interest of the citizens. And this is what we've been saying here. So we'll talk about inflation, and then we'll talk about Vakambwili. There's a viral video going around about Vakambwili, and is it Cornelius Mwetwa saying that they use Kambwili to preach tribalism, and look where, I just want to comment on that, on the Kambwili issue and how he was used by UPND. So I think that's it. I'm waiting for Mama. She will join me, but I'll get started. As I wait for Mama, I'll just get started. I'll make my contribution, and then they'll join me. They'll join me as I do my presentation. So welcome, guys. And I just want to say the first topic I want to comment on is the UCA. Okay, so we're going to talk about the UCA, which is the United Kwacha Alliance. This is a team, a union of about 6-7 political parties. Hi. Hello, Mama.
Hi, Mama Pumulo. How are you today?
Good. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Looking nice in pink.
Thank you, Mama Pumulo.
Let me adjust my camera. You can greet the guests as I adjust my camera.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Good to have you on this program. And sorry that our page, as Mama Pumulo has said, has been changing names. We've had a lot of Mingalato at play, and thereby forcing us to keep on changing our name on this program. But all the same, for those dedicated viewers and listeners, please keep on following us and keep on following whatever page that we create. We are here to share with you what is happening in this good country of ours. We are here to offer our checks and balances, and we are here to just educate you as well as make you see things from the perspective that they are, as opposed to what was promised for the country. So once again, good evening, Mudibwanji, Mudishani, Mudingai, Mutozichwani, Mwadibihiabuti. What a blessing to be here.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's so nice. You know what, Anika, I was doing a research sometime last week, and I went on Chat GPT. So this is an artificial intelligence website. So you guys, if you're not into artificial intelligence, get into it. So artificial intelligence is a site with lots of information. You can just type in your question, it will give you the information. So I typed in a question, 10 interesting things about Zambia. And one of the 10 interesting things about Zambia, they talked about our culture and our multilingual, country. So I was like, wow, you know. So we are blessed to be 72 tribes, but still get along. And one of the other things which came out was that Zambia is a peaceful country. Politically, we have managed to change power in a peaceful manner. No coup d'etats, no violence, no nothing like that. And I was just like, wow, we need to keep this up. And this is why we are here. This came up in artificial intelligence database, Zambia is a peaceful country and we are multilingual. So it means that we are a civilized culture. We do not want our culture to deteriorate to a violent state. So keep it up, and this is good. But coming to the topics of the day, as you joined, Anika, I was just saying that we have about 5 main topics. We talk about the UCA, which is the new alliance between the political parties. So, guys, this is not a political party. UCA is an alliance, it's an agreement. UPND, they also had an agreement in 2021 with other political parties. So this time, is it 5 or 6 political parties have come together and formed UCA. So it's exciting. I'm excited myself too. I support the UCA union 100%. And personally, I'll be part of that alliance. I don't know what about you, Anik.
Well, it's a very good thing, Mama Maria, as Mama Pumulo, as you have rightly put it. UPND also went into an alliance with so many political parties. Along the way, they divided themselves, but that actually contributed to them taking the day in 2021. So it is a good thing that you come and put your heads together and see how best you can deliver service to a country by your good message. Whether it is true or not is yet to be seen, because as for the UPND, they did put their heads together with so many parties. Little did they know otherwise. Comments for later. Thank you.
So we are here, guys. As you join in, share with your friends, invite your friends. Zambia is at a turning point. Zambia is at a turning point because we have reached a point where, in the first time in the history of Zambia, we have a political party that has been in office in the first term, and within less than 2.5 years of their governance, the whole country is in an economic turmoil. It is in a political turmoil. It is in a medical crisis. So it is frightening, to say the least. To sit here and see everything that is unfolding in Zambia after we were promised the sky and the moon and the stars. To sit here for people to be buying milli meal at almost 500 kwacha. To sit here and the kwacha to be selling at, is it 27 per dollar? To sit here and look at what is happening in Baroseland, we had civil servants who had to travel to do negotiations with the Litunga. That is illegal. You are a civil servant, you have no business meddling in making negotiations for the government. So, and then we also saw the Kazembe, the Mata Kazembe, the chief summon some members of parliament. So it is so much going on that it is hard to keep up with what is going on. But we need to. That's why we are here, because we do not want to get lost in the midst of. It's like we are in a storm right now. Zambia is in the midst of a storm. It's a tsunami. Mwamva. It's Zambia is like in a tsunami. Everything is going wrong. You know, everything is going wrong. But let us stay focused as a people. We are peaceful people. Zambians, we are intellectuals. Zambians, we sit and discuss. So this is how we are going to solve this problem. And I thank the leaders of the political parties who came together to form UKA, because that is a sign, or I don't know what word to use. That is the point, the milestone to where Zambians have come up. Politicians have come in to say enough is enough. We are tired of seeing this country being run to the ground and they're doing nothing. You know, this government is not doing anything, but instead this government has been political. The UPND government, since they came, everything is political. They are, instead of improving the life of Zambians, their main agenda is to destroy PF. And we see Mao Sampa is a main faction who has come in to destroy PF. But I think with the coming in of the UKA, Mao Sampa has been neutralized. So I think this is the best thing for me. This is the formation of the UKA is the best thing that has happened to neutralize whatever Mao Sampa was trying to do. Yes, so kudos all the presidents, His Excellency, former President Waid Galungu, and your team. Well done. Well done. And I am joining you. I will join you. I am fully in 100% in my personal capacity. I 101% support that alliance, because we are stronger together. Stronger together. If we stand each one for himself, God for us, or we are weak. So I would like to ask all the other presidents to join this UKA, Freddie Membe. If we care for Zambians, let us work as a team. Let us work as a team. So that is my comment on this UKA. Mama, Nick, any comments on the UKA?
Well, as earlier said, I concur with you. I think it's a good idea, and I hope it leaves the taste of time. I pray that they stand firm together and deliver as per their initial purpose. We don't want to see a breakaway from by the leaders of the same UKA. Let them stand firm together and bring prosperity to the nation. For now, I concur with what you have said on UKA. I wish them all the best, and we pray and hope there will be no divisions like was the case in Up and Down Party. Thank you, Mama Pomolo.
Thank you so much. So we move on from the UKA, and the next topic we are talking about is the crop failure. Now, we have seen what is happening, and for me, I am just like, I don't really know what to say. It's just shocking to realize that we are entering another harvest season where we are going to have a poor harvest. What I want to say about this crop failure is that all over the world, there is climate change. There is climate change and there is global warming, and the United Nations, they have a clear guidelines under what they call the Sustainable Development Goals, or for 2030, which stipulates that all the countries of the world, they have to work together to end poverty and zero hunger, good health and well-being, clean water and sanitation, and the climate change action is number 13. So for me, what I want to say is that Zambia is a signatory to the United Nations. They have these sustainable development goals. There are guidelines which every country is supposed to follow to ensure that they end poverty in their countries, to ensure that there is zero hunger in their countries. And there is also a guidelines on the climate change. So for me, I want to say to that, you know what? As a country, we need to stop politicking and put measures in place that is going to focus on ending hunger. And how do we ending hunger is growing food. How do we grow the food when there is a climate change? Is using irrigation methods of growing your food. We have countries where there are deserts, like Namibia, Botswana, they don't even have rain. They don't have water. Dubai is a desert. But do we hear stories of people starving in Botswana or Namibia or Dubai? We are here to say we can do better as a country. We have to plan. Guidelines are there. Sustainable development goals. I've pinned that article in the comments. We are here, we have been advising this government to say this government need to start working for the people. But alas, again, it's so sad about what is happening in this farming season. The crop failure is another bitter pill to swallow, because despite being given all the necessary information and the tools that we need to grow crops when we have a climate change, we as a country, we are relying on natural rain. We cannot rely on natural rain anymore because of global warming. This year we had floods. We have areas in the country where there is a flooding. What is supposed to happen is they are supposed to trap that water. They are supposed to build dams all over and trap the water from the floods and use that water for irrigation. So where this government is importing our maize to South Africa, the source of the imported GMO maize in South Africa, they do not depend on rain to grow that maize we are eating in Zambia. They use irrigation method. So instead of importing finished products, why can they import technology and technologies and methods of sustaining our farmers using the recommended methods of growing crops in this time of global warming and climate change? We need a ministry. There is a green energy department. What is I don't know who the minister is, but we have a green energy department. What has this minister done so far to ensure that the farmers can use irrigation to grow the crops? You know? So that is my take on that. It's like we need to be proactive. Zambia need to be proactive in solving its problems. We should not be reactionary. It should not be like when the storm comes, that's when you say, what are we going to do now? No. You see the cloud is brewing. We have been told there is global warming, so it has messed up with our natural rain patterns. There are methods how to grow the crops. Where we are importing the mealie meal from in South Africa, they don't use rain. They irrigate that corn they're growing. So I end here, Mama, on this crop failure.
Indeed, Mama Pumulo, I agree with you on crop failure and climate change. These are the issues we have addressed for a long time now. CDF is another milestone that has been boasted about for close to 3 years now. And this usually happens when you have leaders who go out there and sign secret MOUs that you decide not to make public. When we talk about export of maize, GMO maize, land allocation to foreigners, we now start asking ourselves, where are the kanyes that UPND boasted about? The kanyes, the men and women with brains who are going to be ministers in their cabinet and do better than the people that were removed from governing this country. Because there was a lot of boasting. That is without a lie. Zambia naipone na muchipowe. A lot of people are complaining today. A lot. Where are the brains? Those brains that Uyundani, as per President Sean Tembo, calls somebody that Uyundani, where are those kanyes that you were boasting about? I want to see a young lady or a young man all the way from Iteji receiving a phone call that you have been allocated this position to serve the Zambian people. Just because of, you know, your good decisions and your hard work in a certain ministry and so on and so forth. But all we are seeing really is failure. Mama Chipumulo, you do not know Ichipowe chili mu Zambia. You have no idea. You have no idea. Abale ilishanya nabo bambia ati dadi tavutika tabakweta obunga imisalu nabakwata abana 20 mumayanda sugar bread ama school uniforms insapato elo mule muita ati dadi kwaliba ha wiso asakama n'abaana bakwe ngani wiso asakama n'abaana bakwe uyu dadi muleita dadi alina onkakale dadi apupuka fe mu mandeke n'okulya efyo alefwaya ing'ombe alikwata so salapukeni ina malaria. It depends on what steak he wants to eat. Ngani filet, shoulder, steak on bone, oxtail, mixed cut, asala pofi every day. Ubunga akwata nayo ni sololo. Alikwata ubunga sololo. Amataba asunga ni somone. Nobody never imwati work hard. Fiona yati kamata. Hey, avena Zambia. Kawe mwandi. Nanguline minibus chimo chine. Ukuweke lale mifunda na magrafu. Ama magrafu sambilireni nomba amagrafu tebale mibikile mu classroom ati alenya kufundeni amagrafu abena Zambia bale tukwafye umo buchere n'obushiku ati mulenya mulerapira emuntu mwingala ita ati dadi never aikona man tet usheba dadi benu bantu ba dadi abamunganda balasaka mana abana babo basaka manabana babo lero ifyo mulepitamo imwe nimwe bene mwaire mukubuwinga Edgar Lungu ku stadium lero muleirishanya mwamonaka pantu badadi benu bali misuminisha ati nebo Messiah, I'm the prophet nalikwata vision abanenu tabakwete vision. That is what is happening. Our name tabakwete vision. At learn to diversify. How do you expect the Zambian people to diversify? Land na ya rutu pantu muzambia na mupakupukala landi. Hey, no way. Katuish. Foreigners are respected more than the Zambians. So how do you expect the Zambians to till a land that they don't have? Infura nayo ati bye bye Zambia na mishira kona ka cholera. Take care of yourself. Inena aya napita nemfura ya mikanina. Daddy, who sees nothing wrong with his praise singers mocking the Zambian people, who voted for him. I always said, thank God, I never voted for him because I knew your dad years ago. Now I remember daddy ben. Awo bene fye babiri abanandi awo beshire pa program. Eba shamu ishiwe dad. Ukusa mwana imwe bene abena Zambia. Munasa mwangako. Osati na patonto yai. Messiah Aleisa. Mr. Fix-It Aleisa. Abantu balefu efyakulya. But there's no food, no medicines in the hospital. Nima nayo mwafi penya kunima. Uchemulefu abantu banga bakafwe. Umuntu nga afu atakwa woko mubusha. Takwa bati nomba buka. Badadi na bapilibule fintu. Badadi na baderiva. Chapwa umuntu naya. Mwabika ponensele. Alesa alaliotola. Mwamba no kutukana bashikofu. Kwena. Zambians, bless you. Uyowa tukile bashikofu. Ale ungwa fye nomba mchipatala. Kidney. Shikofu alifye tondolo. Atiwe Lucifer we. Mjasukeni. Can someone answer me on this program? Kadiadia, Bank of Zambia governor. Uo mwale itati kanye. Wansamushi. Awe. Ukufirwa no kuchitapo nangu chimo. Ikata dola. Firo ikata dola. Kadiadia. Oh, you're going to see the caliber of the Bank of Zambia governor that I'm going to employ. Avena Zambia. Take a word of a politician with caution, digest it. Study your leaders. Where have they performed before? How have they worked with people? How have they worked under authority? I've always said it. Prayers, Zambia, no babantu bale pepafi. Kasi Father help me. Father waya papanga anda wasanga fi abantu bale pepa. A lot of them no bado okupunda iwachi pali urubudi. Upara mineko fe. Mukasanga abantu kanshawo bali mumapepa. ati owe sorry nachimona kwati urulipo kanshi huh? But what do you expect? Kateka wenu, who rubbishes prayers, saying prayers are useless. But the prayers have now intensified in Zambia. Uyoshkofu na ikarira. It's quiet. Zi are mitamba. Kwena vena Zambia mukose because tougher times. Mama Pumulo, Mama Maria are yet to come. Tougher times are yet to come. I'm telling you. Abantu bali mu bapepo. Bambio Jehovah this, bambio Elohim this. Huh? Na boba abale landefyo. Eba ipimine no kuipima. Huh? August 2021. Yeah, body will fix it. Body will fix it. Salapukeni mwebe na Zambia. Let people with no vision lead you. Mukwai mama Pumulo ine na randepo mpelele for now.
Na totela mama, mwaiseni mwebantu number is growing. Happy to see you everybody. We are back. Badadi nchororo. Takuli badadi nchororo. Muzambia ya ipua. Fiatwali yaba ichetwali yanda badadi nchororo. Ngalibale. Watatanga bale isa na besa nengo kona nobunga na ba sweets na crepes ya Coca-Cola ile isa. So tualete mabadadi nchololo. No mabadadi nchololo zero mama posheni abantu.
Mkashi Andi Mama Maria, I'm so happy to see you. Therefore, I ka opinion kenu Mama Maria, mpeniko ka opinion. Mama Maria, what is your opinion? Therefore, I'm a translation. Umbeniko ka opinion hapa Mama Maria.
Mama Chololo.
Natotela sana bana mayo babunyinu kabiri bana mayo abafyashi bachamwe cyonse abakwete okusakamana okumuno kwe batwene cyaro cyesu cya Zambia takirenda bwino nankwe panono ichakubalira pona alamye bakukira kwena namoneka bwino makala ze mufwere mule moneka bwino sana kabiri na posha no mwana wesu mwaume uishiri hapa na timwapoleni na bonse audience na miposha mushita ya chungulo na timwapoleni pomkwadi kwena ukulingana nefi alanda ba mama matipa babeperemu akantu neryo kamoyo ichalo chesu ipo tulendela nipali abalando kuti lobupina nomba bwafika pali bwana nembululeni ubupina bwasima mu makufina musala nomba bwayisa mu mukochi poverty level nomba po ifikire mama matipanga na mieba kuti mwalira twali ku cement twale shika ba anti tuli otupampa twabafu abantu nabaleka okushita pantu immediate vye mwashita mwasha mayireta mwakakasange abana okwamba pali 10 years kufika pali 20 years balesangwa mu cement ukula tutuma utupampa twabafu kyangushitya scrap pakutira bakwate fyakulya kanshi poverty level po ifikire na pabipa mama abana no bale batuma mukuiba kuba fyashi nga babatuma nabakwata akayi cyalo cya Zambia ni welcome balefa kulanda
mukwa indefa yo mwana wa Iswalande pakchi yale yatulete ko bambina abatanta mabalefa okulanda so tupere
okay na
bapati mulandero tu abanenu besepo twatotera mkwai. Thank you mama.
Natotera madam pome mwaikara shani wanse mwebali hapa. I think ubu tustule pitamu wata mpireferi dali newa wasalile takwa wa president ukwika hanu mu state house na minister umo hapo buchushi wata mpire hello tu if ya pali wa minister wa mutoropiri busha wa mutoropiri bali bafe bwino nangu chawa shani kozi balawa minisita baleekyana mu palamenti anaatukwata amataba kwebananga ati tatulimine 2024 2025 titwayisaali bati babula amataba enene bashitisha abaana abo bali mwena tikulaba ekipoowe namu Bible kwalebanga bamuna efinta firi bwino baleetutira abantu babiika mu matale efyakulya babiika until insta yayisa afika opo benga fifumisha n'abantu balya bati ndebukusha bena bayisa muna abana abo fyonse efyakulya babiikire bena babula bashitisha nombaya mafia ya climate change atulepita mukozi ali amataba yali ayengi sana. In fact mama Pumulo mwachimona comment kalaka post nati post ba madam abali ba spokesperson wa government yofi bali landa tinati kwata amataba tuleshi batushika sanda. You can remember ninebone wachika post pa comment section yenu nomba busha abantu bena tabatondonganya tifi kuti fyayisa nangwe. In fact ne climate change tulepitamo amataba ba PF bashide balima ngata tulesa kamana kozi na yaya inoye ayene tukakwatako next year nga twalundirepo nokwisa alya nangwa 2 years ahead nomba babula amataba bashitisha baleshana namulya mu parliament wa mutoropili bati naye nonshitaba kibale saving as a minister katushine ekyo babasungira bali afe endala mashafuri kozi nabafila okuta control agriculture section nishi nikuisa tule ba minister bamusango shani abakupoka efini aba minister ba president basala pa minister kwa fe katuishinga bali balowa nga chaba shani katuisha fe oingalani kozi ifi chika fyonse fe bachita na abafidwa bete bachite bakate ko dishafo dimbi findu fyaba kubweno bati apatufikire katushoko today insala na ipona again aye na amataba tukwete nefya kuli efishere momwe nabaleka ku Kongo baletwala amataba baleshya n'obunga buli ayina njikala kumufulira ubunga amataba nga bwafuma fenisha abantu bamajinga batampo kushita butatu 4 baletwala ku Kongo instead at least bese bachingirire efine fyakulya tukwete tatuishibe next year vechikaba kushani kwisa today bushabuteko obule tutwala kwisa. In fact na ene ninkonka fe muliuka kwata abatapaloko balentwala. In fact twalilolera twanaka ichipo chilela kufi pantai iradde omuntu alepitana mashopu kukonga vye cooking okusanga omwe alachipasanga tamuli andi bantu bamo bene abene balepitana mukufa cooking yachipa ebale ya mukuvota ati forward basuka batupitirisha kuri driver oshakwata amakasa a break awe nechile nkalipa mwandi natotera mu tushebwe
twatotera mwana wetu twatotera mkwai
twatotera sana mkwai kwena mama tipanga fila fine na chilanda ukutila level ya poverty epo yafika mzambia yabakwati yashupa sana abantu bale kukira pa ma hospital epo bale ya mukulolero gwali bwa beans yabula okupya mama Pumulo stumbeko mwasa panshi in camera pamulu mama so nomba ndefo kulanda mashiwaya batata ba Edgar Chagwalungu balandira tinsha kwata vision bali landiro mpwira pwaini achali wamo muntu kulanda chishinka okukiro kubepo obufi elo batata bamushirumbulwa baisa ine mama chikamonekana alabe bati niba no idea tabakwete po idea ili yonse pakuteka ekyalo bwino icho nalandi lefi pamulandi wakutila twalikele 23 years more position 23 years more position thinking that abena Zambia echo baimile chitinta ngombe mama matipana bapumulo stumeko pamulandi wakupati bali imine chitinta ngombe okwishiba kutila aba batata bakateka bali mweni abantu fyo balechula so abantu bali kwete hope ikalamba sana ifi bamonefyo twachula sana muri 27 years zapoka ni 23 years benanga baisa bakesa chite chituntu ero fyaisa ba opposite kwene china chile tobulando bukalamba sana kubena Zambia level ya fyupo kupwa mama epo ifikire percent ya fyupo kupwanga mwamona kusina nafati 90% mu Zambia tabakwete fyupo 10% bakwete fyupo abantu fyalipwa omulandu wa bukyushi so ubu bwafya nabukula ubwakweba ati tabakwete n'oluse nga twalolesha paki kitike lero ili ashiria kisoko ne market ili ashiria kisoko ne market bali abene bali abonse ba kisoko ne market bona le campaign nabo ine bali abonse ama street vendors bona le campaign na bena ine bati lero bali abene mitanto banini ne poku bofu bali today bantu balelira mama balepita so nabalala mu mabutebwa abantu tabakumine muri mosquito kino kipange nifye abantu tabeleta mwato bya shops nabalala mu tables bashamayanda abantu balefu kutamsha mu kisokone nambafa ipantu 2 days baikala mu kisokone na mayanda yabona yena na aba affected abana tabaleria abakashita baleria ba breadwinners bonse bali affected. So nomba watch tontonkanya ndesanga okuba tishena nya baloweri akalafi awe naba balowa mu akalafi akayinjo buchinga neshikushawiram ififira kitika mu Zambia tenomo ubuchushi bwachira ubuchushi ubuchushi mama epo bwafika nomba pamikoshisha abantu epo fiena ine wine mama chikaboneka ine ninjigira mu bupina Nshata la testa po upina mwa msango soba kwa na isa lepuka no mtu wale puka paka teo na ibu shaba matipa na tibali njebea chukanya nefi duku bama tipefyo bale nje bama mapumulu ati wama wafi duku lino kunya ukalila mtule owe nishita bala njishiba ale akuleta mwinu efi duku pamula basa papa media ukashini nkisha ati kuruta pusake bwa pusaka bu yali amashumi mwala ndire mama lelo nde pera bunte kwena na yanjikata ifita fiwe ero nangufye panono abantu benda fye moneni muri 2 years plus abantu benda fye susunsusu vaikala nsusunsusu ichimfulunganya all corners of Zambia ifimfulunganya ukuingira fye mubuteko kwa ise chimfulunganya cha Black Mountain Black abana bali fuapa Black Mountain bali poswa pafuma Black Mountain paisa nomba okushongwesha obutala bwa kyalo amataba bashongwesha pafuma okushongwesha amataba kwa isa nomba kasompe bayatoba batoba kasompe kwa block pera abantu notice wino abantu nanomba bachulafi kulefu mefyo ba street vendor batamfya mutauni bala butaikembilwa abantu tonso tuma capital bako ete tonse bashona ula kwa mefyo nomba kwa isense yokutuka bashima pepo nomba ba Catholic ba fathers kubatukecha kuti mwema ule mwaba okufyala abana bana banshiwa bonzo kubatukecha kuti tuka.com kwa nifinga shoninga pe ala tuamulisa mfweta tupwa kusala tuingima mangana tintu pende tu alisula diary na alitulemba diary sululu eno no bechi bipisha sana icho mama nala mieba komichi ili adena ile kukoti no umwana bali muibira plot na ina kuchingola so na titio watu wale pantu wale kutaprete ni kuipa pali plot yobe tie kulia ku kote ilo tuwa ile kote mama na lile filamba ine mama pumulo inyo kulila umwana na iba fye chibata ero baisa mwe bati wali ibe chibata tende sumina na ibe chibata chichi chalengera atu ibe chibata ati ni nsala ati na kaka 2 years umbina ena isa tunali iba foni umulandu wansala 3 years ukula banka bana babalanda kuma prison elo bakabwala matai bashala bale tangala mwe bantu bakwaleza kanchi kintu kile shani ichalo kirenda shani na bali ne muletu mwali mwene sujira itiyaluba tababa kabwala la bebe bebe sujira itaya moneka taba ikatwapa baka kabwala la mabunga ya le pito kukuya isura chiwe house cha mabunga ya be minikati ama checkpoints bafunya eno batuntira cyalimo.com yao vaya banka tapabo bayikata na nombali ne kuchilla bombo kwa bantu n'abachula na pashipatala abantu n'abachula ndebera mule ufafi ero echimpa kuisha chakutira aya mafia obukulu yalepitamu abena zambi takuli nangu umo ukulanda po bonse nizi bali bapa mute bonse bonse ministerial positions bana mayo bonse ministerial positions bonse bali bapa mute inena alidawa ken tulande twalikuwa mchalo cha democracy demo ile bomba so kuti twalanda na twatesa ambu ya Zambia nchalo chesu ngatule mune fiubo kwena kulanda mwe ichalo tachirenda bwino ichalo cha Zambia tachirenda bwino na ukepa no abalalanda bali che chinsa mwalishi be chinsa ichinsa fye chinono evaleria ichinsa cha toni utunono fye baba bantu kutira abavotani ababene balepepeka mama matipa ama shops yonse yali ba occupied na foreigners abana beso abene ama graduates nga bata graduate ku CBU kule baisa pose fisote mayo kuisa mu street mukuyimunina mayo kamomba umane bali toba ulama booth yonso kutoba elo nomba ama foreigners nomba bale tangala nomba bale pupama yako numa shops elo mulese fiana independence mwalipoka po buntu nga mwewe pantu na nomba ni muri slaves ubu buchushi wonse tulepita mu 23 years umutetakani okubuishiba bali buishibe ifitu yapita mu bana mayo tie ntwiminine apaswe kakabiri kwa bulano kuseka ifintu tafiweme tekulanda no titatuli ba pressing aba elo omuntu ngalanda timulenya mulela pira mulelwala neronda mulepyelonda apano mama melo fimbo poke yumfuikiri abantu nabapoka diria tuale kali papali fimbo poke mama tabayi mwene but kisoko ne market bonse nabanyana barapira kasompe bali nya bali lapira nalekera pa first for now mama
totela omwana naisa mwaise ni bakabwe and opotamula isa ndefa afyo kulanderi ayaye namashu ya mulenya mulera pira yabi elo ichalo pochifikire abakateka leaders should condemn this saying it should be banned. It's a hate speech mwamona ni hate speech mulenya mulera pira notu nyotwa mumatebera kana nombakamba this word. If we don't ban this word, it will be a first word abana bakalabomfya akamwana kale sambira fyokulanda kalanda kakalarande mulenya mulera pira. This is what we are teaching our children. If social media is a public space, why is the government not coming in? Because mulenya mulera pira yafuma kumuteko. It's a UPND baby slogan. Yeah. Antimiri fidesho walelemba abantu bale sharing a video in a post yakwe atitamula taula nyata lapida pali post yakwe antimiri ya ini sure mwelena Zambia. Yes, Nick.
Just before our guest comes on, in the folk bika pofeka can't fekamo umuntu abantu bakwe baletukwa ekere tondolo. What does that tell you?
Baletuka not kutukwa.
Abantu bakwe abena Zambia baletukwa ekere tondolo. You think our solutions will be heard? I'm asking you, our viewers, to give me an answer. Abantu bakwe balebe bati mulenya mulera pila, and he decides not to condemn that. Give me a solution. Thank you, Mama Pumulo.
Apo bakabweta mulaisa muma company mwaleba amalubuli. Umwana obenga balebutuka kuli mwana wabaneba. We have seen mu company banamayo balalwa n'okulwa. Iwo mwana obe nishale tukira omwana wandi. Nombo amuntu kuchale tuko mwana obe na wikala. Utu bantu tubiri tulya twine tufimbo poke tulya twine tubiri tulya. Tuteke beneza ngensine. Eto afotele baba akainde bushe. Tulya twine tubiri tufimbo poke.
Utumbuma.
Twali nano kwina yetu lepoka tulera abantu abena Zambia chimulenya mulera pia but ebale mpepi nokupoka. Utumafumo twabo twala poka nombalini. Go ahead, my son.
Good evening, ladies. Na
Good
mamayo nami posha na
evening. Good
wapresident.
evening.
Good
Good evening.
Today is a different day. It's a different because now we are like concluding all the discussion that we've had since our inception. That's what I'm looking at it today, and it looks to be very, very progressive forum Ubuntu, and we are even keep missing it. Even when we are working, we are thinking, what time am I going to find to go and have association with my group and talk about issues that are affecting our country. Before Shirayamba okulanda ko amashiweyo nkwatire sana pali lero ma discussion pali topic ya lero na ma issues yachire ale chitasana mata lero na chirapo kubasuka bamayo bali pamulu apa pamulu mwachiranda kuba mama pumulo tuseno abana naba abafana apanga balelwa aba apanga batukana abakware bokwimo kuyaboma kwabano olubuli nomba abana bobe nga chako bati abana bobe tababatukire ko tetu bimole olweko ififire iranga fe clearly ofota bale tu defendera ifota tuli bana babo tatuli bana babo sono bale tutuka ninshi tafiba kumine ocha mufire mwaisho mu Zambians abantu abengi twali kwata sana ignorance muri kino cyaro cyesu iliyo abantu barefo okuchita obtain power bale tubepo obufi in this 21st century ubututu twakwata ifwe fwebo bwakuba tumuntu aisankutu bomfya kubufi bwakwe ashita atenya amaka nogwisa tuposa because nishi tulekwa tena tukwata ignorance nga mwati mumone oko kino cyaro cyatuntuka noma buteko ya isapo tufuye tureroresha turesambirira pwe kintu kimo namumona ifya kitike mu 1991 twalimine nobututu bwesu twebere turefu atupange Mount Party democracy kintu nshi bushe Mount Party democracy kintu cyesu tuchatusunga chatwara pantanshi chatupakamisha katwachitirana understand Mount Party democracy twaitumbamu ilo twaingira muri Mount Party democracy yo twasaisa nombana na mumali yashireisa aya IMF yakoba tufire pakutira tuingire tuambe okusuminisha na nefifi yabasungu ifi ama zinc mine ofo bayisara na ma excavator na bambi ba machine abayingira bamenshi nabali nabesho oburanda bwabi pari privatization na ma conditions ya IMF iliyo ababantu twasara kutwaya tubere turi atwikare kuri ababantu bansamya ebale twafwa ni tureibepa obufi bansamya fwe boteti batwafwe bansamya tabatutemwa neryo lile ashimwachirana ndapo eri food security ni bansamya babika kuri kine kintu cyabo cyo bayipangire cya IMF ndifunde yako bati food security atufire twakwata nerupio rwingi oro batupela taduya kuri farming murero lesho rupio koruya ni kuri good governance kufintu fe fimbi fitafikwete no bunonshi mu kyalo kyesu muremva. So ilo today is a first mure monati ama issues aparira ati yo climate change shani barefwaya ifwe iyo twasho twefyakura twattamufire mwa kwate efyakura mu butala efye mure mwana nkashesu uli wayimine abula mataba ya mu 2019 2020 na 2021 babula bashitisha lifunde ifwe abera samia kutira ifwe tubulilwe ifwe tufone ensala ifwe tuambie okukakwa tuambie okuchepa depopulated bafwa kuri ifwe bafwa ifwe tukachepe efimule mwena mwachira ilishanye bamayo mwachika mone kati na ile kukoti umwana ibechi batabamukaka mure mfamayo uri babamukaka uri omurumendo nishi population yesu iri irebolera pano no panuma chira balifunde kutira abalanda mu bakitikishe pakutira barabene bansamya obo turoshe konomba because bansamya fo botabatu temoteti mibepe oro bapose nomba mano kuri mining yesu oyo tukwete ikopa nako na fimbipo mwamona. So in all ilo twabula nga ifwe chalo twasasala intungurushi ishiri kuntanshe mukubule ifintu vya chalo ukulapela bansamya no kushitisha nishitwabika mu bwafya bali twebere abayishibe bwinoko twafuma bebere ifimulefo okuchita mulefo okupanga orupuso aba bantu munene fo bachitirefi ofu munene fo bachitirefi bantu bene mulefo muise mubule mupere futi amaka bali tusokere bamama na wakwibalirandirepo batata wesu bachimba kambwiri balirandirepo n'abantu bambi abachimwerepo ekintu n'ababululu wabo balera ndati mukapanga omupuso n'okuleta po efifintu bali tukonkomeshe lero ignorance yesu twakwata tatwishibe n'ekintu ekyo tulefo okuchita twabula fe twebere no because kuri kwefi ture tukitefi ndemyeba natubwogesha imyaka 30 kunuma abantu abeshibe 30 ondero shapo nabeshiba natubwogesha cyaro kino kunuma 30 years backwards efire kitikapa holo bubuchushi bwestu twayingiramo ubwa phase 3 ubu bwena bwarakosa tebwako batwima fena twikara fino fine 1 2 3 4 twikara turelanda buchushi bwarakosa sana panondera nda kuno kundola fiona abaleko kushitama filling station tabalesha mafuta takuri ukushitisha tabeshi befifya la chitika balesha mafuta ayo muremona tabeshi benga chako atibasunge bakesesha chako akamutengo akasuma kwatira chare bapabunga wayaburo bunga wakomera mu nganda weberenga nasungo tubungo tunga twasarundo ko mutengo olonka shitishi. And the only thing that we can do as for this country tule ntusambirisha imisepera ifunde lya chalo bare ishwa no rupapuro rwa chalo constitution ya chalo ndemye babana besu bali basana mu ignorance olo bala babomfya sana kuri shine ntungurushisha itemwa because tapali ntungurushishi mure monesha temwe chalo tapali ndemye babana no abatemwe chalo cheswitch ne chintu chimocho ningapera ku example niba akateka wezo aba batushire bali bombere pamwe na bene bansamya batitane fine fya amashani fyo bachitire fya democracy ifya ama privatization bali chitire kutira basekesha abasungu iyo babulire tuchuma bakwete tune twali kuba amasi kwisoko bali bafuire fe tro chuma twali rubano kuruba basenda barabene bansamya ofu baba tababa temone no kubatema aba president wesu naba nesu abana babo bashara mu gucyushi pano tureranda so nababene abantu mubene abayefu kurabo mbana abantu bafuire bachenjira sana no kwishi bati firafine fya bachitikire barabatata besu nababene nabena kucya bachitikira kuti basashara luno luno bashala pofe kwati tabakwete pono luchimo na rupia tabakwete ofo babipa abantu beswaba babanga ko so putilisha lelo ocho twingaromba kofe chakwe bati ture ntusambilisha abana besu imisepera panganda pa grassroots turebe bati ichalo ifunde niri ichalo kuya pantanshi nifi ichalo kuchitefi nifi namu mwana pano pene fo tuli ichashirere ngati na bamwana wase bamoneke kwati bateka bwino balisa mona basayingira kuru bali rwakopa basanga chikopa eliashi balisa lako kopa ya bamumino ya bantu bambi bakateka tabakwete kwa maka yako achitwa cha control kopa basa mona chao kuri eliashi ya kopa tari kwete nani starter tora chitashani ture nturo chef babulimi so na pano pene fo linga chita advise fyako bati centro leshe kubulimi pantu eliashi ya buno shiri ya kopa liena takuri tamuri na hopu ageri nari bwerera mu mino y'abantu abarabe abari mino yabo nabasenda ageri kire kintu ture imweno ko batiyo kuriko na ma deposit ya kopa ayasuma sana wote yatarashikapo muno kino cyalo nababura nabapera abantu abakankara barabe n'abacuma abura bapera cyo tubure cyalo cyesu tuchipaka mishina idea grade isume ya kopa basangire mwamona so that twachitana shororize ile chintu twafuirisha ko kutiro mutengo wabunga wachepa shirendera mashingire ko muri agriculture shingire ko muri education lelo tulino bulanda sana ndemieba ubwa kwebati tufuire twakoseresha umona umo pakutira tuliminine pali chichalo chesu we save our country. Our country is in a mess, and this mess we are not supposed even to laugh at it to say uyuna firo uyuna chitefi. What we can just advocate for is ngafira fina chaba kwa mupira ngamwamu nati bakarusha bwarata baretia bwino nabe nabakarusha bwara kubati aho bakarusha bwara seri muikali hapa pengire mo uyu mwa ichoyu uingengi umusepera wa kwa tatwingishe ko mupira ocho twingaromba kofie ngachako bati ififire chitiki efi ture mona ture tuambe kula ture sekaba twasekaba awe efo twingafurisha kucha kwati baraba filirwe lekeni bekare pe bench batushe abenga bombo mupiro abenga afurishe chicharo kya pantanji bateke batungwirire abo bafilirwe lekeni batushe because na chirangafye techako bati yo twinge pushano umuntu uri wonse pamupene opo turi ka dola fo kare ndafekena teti mute mufwe ba makwebo katwishe bare chita farming ofo benga bare kwanisha na mafuta katwishe fira tware karakare 15-21 panganda ofo bare kwanisha okudya because ira tware kare fabengi panganda 21-27 tware ya ubunga 4 days no man deri obulanda kuri abare ikara abengi 7-8 panganda ofo bare kwanisha okudya ubunga bwa 50 lelo mu conclusion tina naranda kufe chintu chimo chili sana important chako bati ilio tureikala muri kino chine cyaro chesu as we are living muri kino cyaro ture sambirisha abana besu urupapuro rwa cyaro nofo twinga twarishe cyaro pantanshi no upakamisho bwa kino cyaro so that abana nga bayishibe ifunde lyesu pano pene ndemieba abana besu abena ba youth tabajana constitution but bala ku school because ku school bala venku asambirisha ichipaso ichitachikwete nenchito ichipaso sityo abana basambirisha obulimi ubukwete enchito babasambirisha funde lyabo so that beshibe kutifende cyaro cyabo awe na totera sana pakumpera ishtakutira naneninga ba umuwa kuta contribute pari ifire tukumalero
Kwena Mama Pumulo, I just want to add on what our young man has spoken about. I totally agree that it's time we started teaching our children the constitution of the country. Mama Maria said, Kwali baba abalowa. Mama Maria takuli no abalowa. Abene eba ilowa. Because of over promising. You know, when you offer yourself for a leadership position, you do not overpromise, because where you are going, you do not know what the situation is. And so overpromising is not the right thing to do. I saw someone here comment that now what you're saying is that ECL is the solution. No. ECL, I never said ECL is a solution. But when a leader is aspiring for high office, he or she should not make baseless comments because he or she does not know what awaits him or her in that office. We get a fear, and I've said the UPND has a lot of there's a lot of clips that people have hung on to. I've never seen this in any political party. Kanshinga baranda kofyevi akantu abantu pwa vaposta pa media. Now we are hearing that UPND stands for Unga Petro Njala Dollar. That's the name that it has been given. And so abantu bari pima. So ine tetinji sepano no kulami pera solution. Teine think tank yaba UPND. Vari ipima. Nakana sana. Vai shirepano with a lot of boastfulness. Starting from Kateka Wabu, you will see the caliber of technocrats that I'm going to employ. No, Mbaba Diama technocrats. What are they doing? Or is it Varakamwa? Only talk when I have given you what to say. Where is the CDF in this suffering Zambia is going through? And I would also like that to say, you know, someone offers solutions when the person is ready to listen. When a person is ready to listen, then you give a solution. But when a person thinks he's Mr. or Madam Noito, kwena tuirafi sanokufisa. You've seen the arrogance of the president, the arrogance of his vice. Are those the people that you're going to tell me you're going to offer solutions to? How many times has Zambia been crying that please divulge the MOUs that you are going to sign? Tulalanda, now we sound like broken records all the time. We sound like broken records. So we'll come here and now itemize your failures one by one so that the people now know, because we have offered solutions and we are called under five. Under five. If your ministers, either they are not talking or when they choose to open their mouths, it's just a can of worms. A can of worms, Mama Pomolo. You have Cornelius Muitwa. Now, who goes on a public podium and confesses that, yes, we worked very hard to bring Chishimba Kambwili on board so that we can bring Edgar Lungu down. That is why Chishimba Kambwili joined UPND. As an individual, remember, he never went there with his party. What a careless and shameful statement. So you allowed Chishimba Kambwili to issue those tribal remarks. Shame on you, Cornelius Mwitwa. And you expect the country to develop with such caliber of leaders. It is not only disgraceful, but shocking, to say the least. This is a minister that represents you, Daddy, aka Bali, Mr. Fix-It. Do such statements from Cornelius Mwitwa add value to national development? Cheering on someone who brought hate speech and division in the country. First to the Kapokola, Wabikapona Buloya, and you are awarded to become a cabinet minister. Are these the caliber of national leaders we want to serve us? Cornelius needs to be very careful in what comes out of his mouth. Imputi isula, taibula. Thank you. Imputi isula,
taibula kuweka shapo.
Natotela. So when you are serving in such a high, dignified position, be mindful of what comes out of your mouth. You are addressing the entire country. You are not in your bedroom or in your house talking to your children. And now people start questioning themselves. Are these the caliber of leaders that we gave our votes to? Kwenatwa papata. Daddy, as everyone calls you, aka Badi, Icona man. Tame your ministers. Vaicheme sana. Mukwaena apela mama Pumulo. Has Mama Pumulo frozen? Okay, I think she has frozen. Mama Maria, what is your opinion on Cornelius Mwetwa's utterances?
Yeri ashimwalanda mama Aniki Matipa. Yashirire leto obulanda. Cha UPND. Every careless mukulanda. Bushaku kulya kulande kulya mwale mfaba kalamba balelanda ati. Ukulanda kwabuka penya mushi. Ukulanda kwabuka lekanya mukoa. Nga mwamono omuntu aba careless mukulanda alapenyo mushi. Alalekanya no mukoa. Because nga chakati bali bwonfeshe bakambwiri yali ni secret yabo. Lelo yaisa sokoloka shani elo ifwe tulande shani ya Zambians. Bale ifwe tulande shani nga bena Zambia. Pali mao sampana po bali landa po fimo batata. So batata ba Cornelius Mwetwa gatabalela makanwa bakale tolwa isulo mushi. Elo kabili bakaba bakapenya mushi. Ngoli ntungulushi efa twaishiba kula makanwa. Pantunga taulela makanwa ukalandeshi wili kakalipa abantu bonse. Apa balandira ba Cornelius Mwetwa tapa weme po balandira. Balandira panchi taidera ko bati bakambwiri balwele. Nomba yali amashubi balandire lusambu no ushali mwakabamu. Bajya bakambwiri bwino balirero bwino batinga kwaba problem family kabemira ba Cornelius ukubebo kutira. Mwabo mfishe shani umuntu wese mwamona nombe chaisa. That's why tutini no kubonfya amashubi ya mupantu yalabwela. Tuyo be careless musango ulya. Mutunga tale lama kanwale society sose pamulandu wa position bakapenya mushi batata ba Cornelius mwetu atwa mipapata sana yali amashi mulandire tatata ya wenu nangu fie pa no fie moneni mwalanda titwaletu makambu ili kulabo mfie fya ma tribal fye mwebende mwa ichiboko pakutiraona ule chipani cha PF tefyo batini abene Zambia yo mashiwita bayo mfuapo tabaye eshiba bayo mfuira kukanwa kumwena balamba nomba okubitunganya okutira bakachitana chimbi kuntanshi pantu muchita mulandu umo tachita umo mulandu akapangana umbi abena Zambia nomba bamisukira pwati mwakulabo mfya abantu kona ula abantu iso sero shimo mama tashawa mana mfepa nono na balufyanya batata ero cho balufyanya sana chakubona okutira lilya bakambwiri balwala nobwafirisho bwino bwino tabula bako pantu palya balwele ngebale batangata pamulandu wako bati eba batumine pakuti babefyo bali ero tete mutumi abantu kuya mukupasa abantu moneni file chitika kuli mao samba na kwena batata bamubene balirandireko so nishindi banga abantu bakatuma okukitefirubo umfweni mwe abantu bakwalese ile tuba mu campaign abantu bonse mu Zambia batemu afya omuntu umo ero umuntu ushirika teka imwe bonse imwe abena Zambia tabamishiwa nombero bamichita point afweni uli omichitira point no chukubabuka penya mushi muri aya mashimi mulesosa lusambusa muno ushali mwakabamu
Yeah.
moneni lechita amakadas balungu teba lechita fyonse filia bati bonse abalelo bali babutuka balungu bashala beka ebo batwike emiranda pantu bashakwete wedi pafya lechitika eba shale funyeshiwi fyonse fya lechitika bale fitambafi nomba lelo baba twika akatwetwe ka muntu pamutu pamulandu wako batabena Zambia obatemenwe chimone file chitika mutoro cha Zambia tapali ukwete wedi pa file chitika bonse bali pa mute buli abushikunga yafika campaign bakafunya kwa amaloko bakabutuka bonse bakafuayo kubwera ku bantu ala ndemye bechinene chishinka i 2026 elections zili no kushupa ero bambi bakalati nga bakukonkosha pamayadi abantu bakala mitoba amabwe pantu na yamba nga watampa fyokulanda pachipani cha UPND mu basi bale kufunya bale kuikisha tawafike efidiliashi so mama ifintu tafiwe mena mfepa nono.
It's true, actually, where Mama Maria, we've talked about so many scandals of the UPND here. You know, one of them being the dollar rate, agricultural scams, tax holidays given to minerals, mining deals, kateka wenu, 60 chakuti ama trips, ama checkpoints, bali fumya, pakuti bali eseshe fintu bwino pakati yabu shiku, the health sector is in shambles. Marginalization of the youth, the Africom that has been brought into Africa, mining disaster, I'm a report about Auditor General, single sourcing, unfair application of the law, ngamuntu wabo, it's okay, dictatorship, threats to people who talk, abuse of ECZ office, nepotism, ama CDF scam, Nico mine. We have discussed these things. So for me, it is just a chipante government. Chipante.
No idea government.
We will have a bumper harvest. There's an hour at 0. Takuri. Mukala pera abena Zambia GMO maize. Vaisa nokukana tite GMO maize. Nelson iyo.
Mama Mati.
Yes.
apene mwalanda chipampa vest ichivemba chalanda chetekela kamwene linso chetekela kamwene lyala chetekela kamwene linso balanda chetekela echo mwene chetekela echo taumwene chetekela chile chine chilipo pantu echo mwene ichikesa tawakachishvetewelesa takwa okushongosha obutalo era twamba okulisha abantu bungata tushinga bunga bwashani awe ine omutore kali pamwandini tefe twachitire expect if yawa west if yakuma munshira.
Allow me to repeat this all the time. I say this on the program. A good leader is a person who takes a little more than his share of the blame, than his share of credit. When a leader speaks, he or she should be mindful of what comes out of their mouths. Great leaders don't set out to be leaders. They set out to make a difference to the people. So it's never about the role, but about the goal. A footballer never scores alone unless it's a penalty. And so it's high time you started working as a unit. Thank you, Mama Pumulo.
Mama, defo kulunda kufe pafyo mwalanda ba mama tipa. Nalipela example ya bubenshi. Na mubwishi bo bubenshi bonse.
Mkwaye.
Na mkwaye no tunyerere ayini. Obubenshi mama tipa kuliriri ya shimwalanda eri kalamba kukulekelesha. Dia shiri kalamba. Buri obubenshi tabwa kwata 5 common sense. But wali kwa toku ikatana wendera pamu. Buri obubenshi bulapange chulu chikulu no tunyerere. Twenda pamu. So chile chulunga tuwapange chakosa. Imaba mama tipatete mwe mume mune kofi. Mwachepa. Mune lepuka. Bataka pangile kashishi. Shishi chalenga titupange tushishi. Kuikatana. No kwendera pamu. So tulio tunyereka tuwapange chulu. Iwe we muntu wakwata 5 common sense. Wala ya kuchuru chila chino tushishi tuwali ikatana tuwabombela chapamu. Ero tuwapange chulu iwe muntu wakwata 5 common sense. Wala ya kuchuru kudi hoyo tameko na mablocks. Ukuli nganda. Bati chipangile chinshi. Tunyerere. Ichipangile chinshi bubenshi. Chintu chimocho tuwafilo kuchitandastandi chaku ikatana kubombela chapamu. Uli osaleru ilo mpando. Chinchite tule amano yonse era tuleru tuabika pamu. Tuabombela chapamu. Chachi nema mama tipa nishita nombe ya kutila ya Afrika. Ya kutila wana mayo tuingilemo muri uwafya.
Aleni Mama Pumulo poseni popali Cornelius Muitwa. Your opinion? You are on mute. You are on mute, Mama. You are still on mute. I think Mama Pumulo has frozen again. She's probably has a plane flying over her residence. Oh, are you on? You're still on mute, Mama. C'est technical mingalato. It shall be
Technical
solved.
mingalato.
Technical mingalato indeed. While Mama Pumulo is trying to come on, Nine, I would like to you're still on mute, Mama. I would like to say, ichalo nacho naika. I don't know if you have seen, Baba Ome, Baba Mboko, no kufuara ngaba nakashi. Mukufuayo wikalo. Ichalo chao nauka. Ichipo wechi di Muzambia. Uma omeno mbambo kufuara ngomwana kashi. Amba noko ibika mabele. Akushana kunuma. Atawe na inena alayako mukusolora na ndiba mpereko iyakudishi abana n'abakashipanganda. Kwenanga mwamone efyo nishi ichalo chirefwai kwa mapepo. Ne miafe ichalo chirefwai kwa mapepo. Because what is happening is very, very serious. And sometimes I ask myself, kwena ushe ababantu abomfwa nangwaba ishibati abantu n'abapone na muchipowe. Zambia na ipona muchipowe. Balala afye ubushiku balala.
No tulo tuapwa mama.
No tulo tuapwa.